Hello gainers, I'm Ralphie and welcome to my channel called Fit of Philosophy, in which I examine in a stoic manner philosophy, real life philosophy, removing philosophy from the dusty textbooks of academia and bringing it into the real world. But before I go any further, never dismiss these dusty philosophical textbooks. Because a little bit of a recommendation: go online and buy a few of the books by Plato, because they may seem obscure and abstract, but you will find a phenomenal amount of fact and truth in them, which is literally written out of the school curriculum and relegated to the dusty corridors of do not disturb academia. The Greek philosophers were not the only ones. Many of the philosophers of the ancient world have been lost to us forever because their views were inevitably controversial, they were challenging, they disturbed the status quo, they disrupted the narrative of the era, which frankly over the ages of humanity has never really changed that much. I have to say, in the modern world it's just got a little bit more technical. That's really the only difference. And when we understand that ambient philosophy a little more clearly, it starts to kind of like building a jigsaw puzzle. It puts the pieces into place and we start to view the bigger picture as it actually is. And one of the ways, the important ways that you will know that you're beginning to see the greater truth in the bigger picture is when people around you start to scratch their heads about you and dismiss you as a conspiracy theorist, dismiss you as an eccentric, and just dismiss you, period. They'll tell you, hey, you're just still a nice person, we're still friends, but talk about trivial stuff. Talk about football and donuts and cuddly toys and fluffy cats and cute little dogs. You know, the usual conversations. There comes a point where you will find yourself separating philosophically from those around you for a very simple reason. The majority of people don't have a particular deep philosophy. It's pretty shallow. Rather than being proactive, it is reactive. And as your philosophy becomes more proactive, you will stand out more. But I tell you this, you are not alone, and never be frightened of it. Never consider yourself to be lonely, because when you look back on the people you've left behind in your journey who have refused to make the journey, they're too frightened, too scared, too distracted, you will see what real loneliness is. I'm Ralphie, thank you for watching. Click subscribe, click like, leave a comment, and we'll see you soon, you gainers.